Great.
Okay, awesome. So hi, can you tell me a little about yourself, like how you identify, what your pronouns are, what you do at CAP?
Sure. So my name is Kyle Vuorinen. I'm the registrar here at the university. I started at Capilano back in it was September 30th of 2019.
Oh wow.
So coming to a new institution is always very eventful.
Yes.
Yeah, but obviously then a couple months after that we got thrown into the current situation that we're in with COVID-19. So it has been a very kind of exciting and scary and eventful year and a half for sure. And I identify as a gay man, and I live in the West End of Vancouver with my partner
Oh nice. That's fun.
and
Yeah.
our dog.
Oh nice. Yeah, my I'm at my mom's place today and her cat just keeps jumping on the back of the chair, so she might pop up.
No,
um
our dog Blackberry's made a couple of appearances in some of my virtual meetings. So
those are the best.
yeah, for sure.
All right, so what does pride look like to you?
Yeah, I was thinking about that, and I wanted to have kind of a really flashy answer, but I think for me it really comes down to just when I am being my most honest self.
Mm,
I When I think back to kind of when I first came out, I wasn't really out at work, and I always had that kind of guardedness
mhm.
about kind of separating kind of personal and professional life and that type of thing. But over the years, it's just been I found that I'm happiest and most comfortable when I'm fully honest with everyone around me about who I am.
Mhm. Oh, I think that's a pretty solid answer. Okay, so our next question is, can you tell me about a situation when you felt most proud to be queer?
um, yeah, I think. Let me think about that one. I always remember a time back in the early 2000s.
Mhm.
Um, I was living in Ontario at the time, and it was right around the time when gay marriage was legalized or starting to become legal in the provinces and eventually nationally. And I really felt kind of proud at that moment. And I remember even writing like an email to my member of parliament and that kind of thing. So that's one that sticks out in my mind.
Oh, that's awesome. Also, if at any point you like want to spend a bit more time on a question or like you want to like go off on a tangent and not answer the question, that's all totally fine. You just answer whatever you want to answer.
All good. Sounds good.
All right, so what advice would you give to a queer first year student coming to CAP and starting university for the first time?
I would say just to, like I was saying about kind of at being honest with honest about who I am.
Mm,
I give that advice to students as well. I mean, living in Canada and in Vancouver, it's just such an accepting
yeah.
community, and Capilano is very much so. Um, that when I first got to Cap, the fact that kind of when we do introductions and we start meetings, it's we acknowledge kind of the territories that we're on. We say what our preferred pronouns are.
Mhm.
It's just been such a welcoming community. So I would say embrace that.
Oh, that's awesome. That's really good to hear from like the faculty side, that you've had that kind of positive experience. Kind of going off of that, what is one thing you think CAP could do better to support its queer community?
Oh, that's a tough one. I've worked. This is the fourth post-secondary institution that I've worked at,
Oh wow, where did you work
and
before?
well, I started off. I was a student at Western, so
Oh
University of Western
nice.
Ontario in London. Uh, Kind of fell into a job there in the registrar's office, which turned into like a 7 year stint working there.
Oh wow.
And yeah, I was a recruiter for students to go to school there.
Oh
And
cool.
then I eventually came out here for a job opportunity at Langara.
Oh wow.
I worked at Douglas, and finally got like the registrar position at and yeah, it's I have found Capilano to be just, it really kind of walks the talk
Mm,
when it comes to EDI kind of issues.
mhm.
I mean, there's work to do, obviously, but I mean, I think CAP is making very good strides in terms of becoming a very open and inclusive institution.
Yeah, that's awesome. I know when you signed up, I got so excited because I knew that you were the registrar. Cause I've been in the CSU for, this
Mhm.
is my third year now, but I've been involved for about 4 years.
Right.
And when I saw that you had signed up, I was like, yes, we have like a person in the registrar's office. That's so awesome because it's always like having just like anybody we know in like faculty that we know will like help us push queer issues. We're like, yes, that's so exciting.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and I've been really just excited about the team even that we have in the registrar's office. There, we have
Yeah,
a number of queer people in the registrar's office.
yeah.
We're a very diverse group. We have lots of people of color. So I mean, it's just a great team to work with.
Oh, that's awesome. That's so exciting to hear. Um, all right. So what is your favorite memory associated with the queer community? And if you wanted to be like more specific with the CAP queer community, I know that maybe the last year is not the best example considering when you started because you
Yeah,
haven't really seen many of our on-campus events, but
yeah. Well, I don't have a ton of kind of experiences with the CAP queer community, other than something that always kind of made me maybe kind of chuckle a bit was he's no longer at the university, but uh, one of the former directors at the university, when we were doing introductions and stuff, and he would say his pronouns, he would say, uh, I my pronouns are he and him, and sometimes her. And I always wanted to find out what was the sometimes. But what was the first part of the question again about?
just what is one of your favorite memories associated with the queer community? I
Hmm,
mean, you said
uh,
the one from earlier, but
yeah, yeah. I mean, there's quite a few. I mean, but one that's like, I guess kind of the um, is a pretty obvious one was I was at a Pride in a Pride event in Montreal
Mhm.
back in the 2000s, and it was really exciting, and it was like super hot out and everything like that, and the parade was going by, and Jack Layton, the former leader of the NDP,
Yeah.
walked by, and we just made direct eye contact, and he like gave me a big high five. It was just a really good moment, really nice moment for sure.
I had a very similar moment this year, or not this year because we didn't have a in-person parade, but I guess 2 years ago now with the with Jagmeet Singh.
Oh yeah,
He was on like his like big orange bike and he like waved at me and like gave me a high five and I was like, nice,
yeah,
excited.
yeah.
It's so cool.
It's, I mean, like we're super fortunate in Canada,
Yeah.
the society that we have. I was reading a travel blog of two guys who've been all over the world, and they're from I think they were from Spain, but
Hmm.
they were ranking the most kind of best pride and most LGBT friendly countries. And
Hmm.
they said without question Canada, and then
Oh,
they had a picture of a pride event that they were at in Toronto with Justin Trudeau waving
oh,
waving a trans flag, and
oh
they said like,
wow.
how amazing is that for a country to be that open and that accepting.
Yeah, I think a lot of times, especially younger queer folks, we tend to like forget how lucky we are here. Like obviously, we still have tons of ways to go with like the blood ban and all of that stuff, but like we still are like so lucky to have like lived in a country where we can even like be having these types of conversations. And like the fact that I can be in a paid position where my job is advocating for queer students is like
Yeah,
insanely like progressive and like fortunate.
yeah, no, that's fantastic.
Yeah. And then just our last question was any parting advice you would want to give to the queer community in general right now?
Hmm. I would just say, continue to be continue to be open, continue to be honest, and yeah, just take a lot of pride in the community that we have. It's a great community. So yeah, keep it up.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you so much. Not for a little bit of promotion here, but if you are interested, we're having a queer cocktail party next Friday. Um,
Awesome.
that you are more than welcome to attend. The sign up is on our Facebook page. You're also welcome to join our little Facebook page if you feel so inclined, or come hang out at any of our events. I think we're watching Paris is Burning on the 19th also for a nice little
Nice.
queer
Nice.
history lesson because I'm a
That's a good one for sure.
it's so good. I'm a real sap for queer history. So
Great. Well, it was super nice talking to you. Really nice to meet you too.
awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Great. Take care.
Yeah. Thank you.